SD Ballers, you play for fun, don't you? You don't think you're going to win, you just like to have certain players that you like on your team because judging by what I see here, it's, well, I'll give you a D-. I have to tell you the grade first because it just sickens me. Suzuki and Gonzo, I like them both. Gonzo's going to just go crazy in Fenway. He's going to be like Mo Vaughn. And I'm not just saying that as a Boston fan. He just will. It's a fact. Fact. Jason Worth, dumb pick. Dumb. You're paying for a name, and he's out of that Philly offense to the Nationals offense, and he's batting second. Not a smart move. Coco, whatever, where he goes is good. He's like a Raza Davis. Hudson's ERA is going to go way higher than it was. Cueto, I don't know why you would have him. He doesn't get the K per 9 anymore. And you drafted Wilson and Bell way too early. You drafted Holiday, and what you would have had to have gotten in the third round, you would have D-. That just sucks. Jeffs. You saved my faith in society, Jeffs. I was going over these guys' drafts and saying to myself, wow, what's wrong with these dudes? You, not so bad. You have a great offense. Euclid, Cano, McGahee, Chu, way over performance slot. Panch will over performance slot. Great position players. And I like what you do with Dunn and Pierre. I'm a big fan of that. Because if you combine their stats together, and I've done this before, I've used both those players before. I was doing it in 2006. But I've done this before and I still like the strategy. When you combine them both together, you have 90 runs, 20 home runs, 85 run RBI, and 270, or if you average two together. So that's real smart to combine those with the double utility spot that we have now in fantasy baseball. Montero's a huge risk, but if that's the biggest problem on your team, you're taking your risk with your catcher, which everybody has a risk with a shortstop or catcher or their starting pitchers. So overall, I have to give you an A-. Great job, great K per 9 on your pitching staff. You won't have to worry about that till probably May. You get an A-. Good job. MDix, or I don't even, whatever your name is, Iannetta, Alvarez, Cruz, and Morales. Kendu's not even going to play probably till 2 months into the season. Nelson Cruz doesn't have a track record. Alvarez, no track whatsoever. He could be Davis from the Rangers 2 years ago. And then you have Iannetta catching, which there's no reason. His upside's gone. It's just horrible pick after horrible pick. Risky closers. Sanchez is the only thing I like about your team. Another guy I was using probably 2 years before everybody else. The thing with Sanchez is you have to play him in the right games and rest in the right games. And you're not going to know how to do that. So you may as well just trade him away and try to get something for him because you obviously don't have the skill to play a player like Sanchez. Nation. I like Carl Crawford too. But he's always gone too early in fantasy baseball drafts. Always. And now that he's at the Red Sox and he's a big-time free agent, he went in the first round. Those numbers do not justify him going in the first round. Look at someone like Cargo. How does he measure up to Cargo in the 5 statistics? But Carl Crawford, he's always going to have that breakout year. He's always going to become that 30-30 guy. People just overpay for him. This year is no different. It's just overpaying 2 rounds higher than they usually overpay for him. That says he's going to get probably more runs than he's ever gotten in his career, but he's still not going to produce those Cargo numbers that justify first-round picks. You get a D. Oh, why else did I give you a D? Oh yeah, Beckett, Bedard, and Peavy. All huge risks, and maybe one of them will work out, but the odds of all 3 of them happening? You just weren't thinking, man. But, you only had, a month to prepare for the draft. And Whipsaw. I like your team. You have no closers, but the other guy, Toronto, has no starters, so I figure you have some kind of conspiracy going on and probably know each other. But that's fine, because you guys can conspire against me all you want. As a matter of fact, the more I think about it, the more I know, because you have all the starter pitchers. He has his closers. You're probably going to pull the old switcheroo out about 800 innings. Go ahead. I don't care. I can just work around that. You ever see that movie, that new movie that's out, with Owen Wilson and Robert De Niro? And Robert De Niro's like, hey, you work for me. And the guy's like, that's the problem. With the drug I take, I'm like 50 moves ahead of you, and that's how I am. I know exactly what you're doing. I'm 50 moves ahead of you. You have a good K for 9, your ERA is going to be high, but I'm pretty sure you already have a plan to fix that around, I'm guessing, early June. You're going to start worrying about that. Konerko and Pena, you're going to be in trouble at first base. You're going to either crap your average down the crapper tube or hope that Konerko hits maybe 270. That's not very likely. I'm going to give you a B+. As for my team, the Radical Middle, my future's so bright. I have to wear shades. That is the first commission report for 2011. Not all commission reports will be this long, but I figured the first commissioner report should be official and informative, and I believe they were. And everybody in this league is not only better for this report, but better for having me as their commissioner. I might even mention my fantasy baseball blog, if you're good.